Hello, everybody. It's Just In Case, and there's our feedback. I don't know what happened.
What'd
Of
you do,
American
Meatball?
Newscape, joining our friend and media personality Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of Meatball Perspectives. Hello, Meatball. Welcome back to American Newscape.
The man, the myth, the Meatball. How are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we got,
Legends in our own mind, but still
yeah,
legends.
yeah. Well, no,
Still
the
count.
feedback is because I moved the phone for my live feed. My bad. Had it all set.
No
What
problem.
did I do? I messed it all up, Meatball. I'm sorry. I tried.
People, some viewers may not understand, but while we're recording this for publishing on American Newscape's channel, Jerry's live feeding it to Facebook, so you wouldn't even have to watch it here. You could go watch it on Jerry's Facebook channel.
Multiple distractions. Multiple.
Exactly.
We got them everywhere, man. Coming at you in all different directions tonight.
Yeah, we couldn't think of any way to make it more complicated, so this is what we're doing.
Oh, we just want to make your heads explode. All right, Meatball, what are we talking about tonight?
Well,
I don't even
distractions.
know. I'm distracted.
Distractions.
I'm distracted.
Distractions. The old ostrich with his head in the sand, being a little distracted from life. But here we are, distractions, Jerry. What you got?
We got to get through this show without laughing. This is not going to happen, but no, it's all good. I didn't realize, Henry Ford said thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably why few people do it. Yeah, I can totally understand that because we're inundated with distractions every day. I've been blessed. You said you had a couple things going on a personal level, but you're doing good. I've been blessed with the revelation the past couple of days. It makes me laugh because my answer to when I spoke to my doctor, she kind of looked at me like, "Is he weird?" Anyway, point being is, I had to go for the annual checkup, get these checked, and when you're hitting 60, those things are kind of, they're kind of teetering on the edge here. I did not realize. And maybe because my daughter's been yelling, "Turn it down!" for the past 2 years, I didn't realize what was going on. But when I had a hearing test done, basically I am legally deaf. I didn't realize it. That's why it's been it's been so easy for me to think. And I don't hear the distractions. And when the doctor told me, I said, "Oh, great, now I got to hear people." She goes, "No, you can just turn it down." I said, "Oh, okay, well, which is even better." But point being is, learning that, I didn't, the power of the mind is so vulnerable to life, and you have to get control of that mindset whenever you're trying to set out and do something, because the distraction, we are inundated every day. I mean, just driving down the road, you can't talk on your phone, but there's a billboard every 5 feet. I mean, I don't understand that concept, but we're constantly distracted from our focus. And when you constantly get distracted from your focus, you're literally letting the outside world control who you are. And what changed me, not the deafness, but, even though I'll get like the high-tech model, you can kind of Bluetooth it. It ain't like the toaster, our grandparents had to deal with. I have no problem with that. But what Neville Goddard taught me to fix that distraction mode in your life, you can go by the secret, just think, thoughts become things, they coined that phrase with Bob Proctor. But Neville Goddard showed me my own revelation when it came to thinking and getting past distractions. He said, don't think of what you want, but think from what you want. Using that, you're mixing the whole heart and mind together with thought, emotion, and one powerful force compared to just passively thinking about something. People have to realize if you're not getting what you want, it's how you're thinking about it, not what you're thinking about. And that was the hardest thing for me because you and I, we've known each other for 15, who knows, a long time. And we've always worked very hard. But you and I can attest to this. It's only when we put our direct emphasis, and as we said pre-show, go with the flow and let things happen, we've really manifested so many different opportunities in our lives. Does that make sense to you?
Well, it does, but handicap I have, I'm more of a damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead kind of personality.
A what?
Huh?
Go ahead. Finish up.
Did you hear something?
I heard feedback. Go ahead. There you go.
See, I always understood that you never listened to me, Jerry, but that's okay.
Well, now you know why, Meatball, because I'm legally deaf. Go ahead. You were saying, go ahead.
There are times that when we're challenged with certain things, we need to go with the flow and keep our focus.
Yes.
And it's all about focus.
Well,
yeah, and some of the distractions can be semi-positive, but most of them are very detrimental to what we're trying to get accomplished.
It's amazing how the marketers know this. They know that they want to get your attention. But you got to realize you have to get your own attention to where you want to go in life. You have to, if something is powerful, that you want something in life, all you have to do, and Neville Goddard, I mean, if anybody wants to transform from the inside out, and this has literally changed my life. I listen to this man every single day. It's understanding that thoughts aren't things. It's how you perceive them, your assumption, your intention every day in life. The more you put yourself in where you want to go, the more you're going to project that energy to create where you want to go. And that'll just kick away that old, words of thoughts or things or thoughts become things. They do on a passive level. It only requires you to put yourself in the thought emotionally, spiritually. That's why I call it mind, body, spirit. But when you connect that triumvirate of who you are and put your whole self into it, I mean, life can't help but to give you that. But marketers know this, media know this. All they're going to do is distract you away from that to help you conform to their beliefs and their thoughts and their products. And this is why people get so discouraged with the so-called, thoughts become things mantra. This doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work, because you're thinking passively. You're not thinking emotionally. You start thinking emotionally and passionately about what you're trying to attain. That's when, you and I have this natural effect. We get emotionally involved with our work. I mean, we were talking about before, the frustrations, the successes, we're into it. If you know you're into what you're doing, you're going to start creating that in your life on a mass scale. It's inevitable.
Well, absolutely. You're going to create the habits you need going forward to accomplish what you want.
Great point.
How's that for a lot of words?
Great point, Meatball. On point, man. Go ahead.
I wonder if he heard me, people. But distractions, if we look at certain distractions out there, things in our life can be what's dragging us down. Those distractions, certain people, certain anchors, certain behaviors, those are all distractions. If I'm falling off the bar stool in the bar every night, that might be a distraction to what I'm trying to get accomplished.
Only you would think of that. The slubbering inebriated drunk.
Yeah, well.
But no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You answered the question. This is why people don't do it, because there's so many steps involved. Transformation is not, it's you taking full account of your life and just flipping the switch to a different way of thinking. That's why Henry Ford said that. He was right. I had it the easy way. I just couldn't hear shit. I mean, that's all. I never got distracted. I just kept doing my thing, not realizing that I was harming myself physically. I went to the doctor originally because I was getting vertigo. And he goes, "You're deaf, Meatball. That's why. Your brain doesn't know either stand, sit, jump. It doesn't know what to do because it can't hear anything to balance itself out. You've got to balance your thoughts out. In other words, you have to take control, which is the hardest thing for people because they're constantly being diverted to different directions. And I get it. I had it the easy way. I mean, I was like, oh, okay, now I got to hear everybody. She said, you just turn the volume down. I got a Bluetooth in my ear, which is fine. You know, am I the only guy that takes handicaps for a good thing? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
But to me, if people can realize for themselves, transformation is you jumping in the pool, not putting a toe in the pool. It's putting your whole emphasis on what you're trying to become. And thinking should be the first step. Indeed. Learning how to think and coordinating, like you said, your habits and behaviors, that's all encumbered with it. You master those features. I mean, life is going to give you the most amazing things.
Well, you know, a lot of marriages, spouses are always complaining about their partners not hearing them. See, they're the masters of turning the volume down.
It's so cliche. I mean, men are so used to that. He didn't hear me. He's ignoring me. No, Meatball, I didn't hear you. Literally, I did not hear you. But
Right.
marriage is a perfect example on relationships. You bring up a great point. As usual, you're my triggering point here. You meet somebody, you are all in. And you are into that person 9,000%. What happens is they start deviating from that, you know, as time goes on. Transformation is a daily practice, just like relationships. If people realize relationships are a daily practice, I mean, you wouldn't have a 65 or 80% divorce rate right now because people will be putting their effort into it and not becoming passively involved in it. I learned that when I lost my bakery. I was very successful. I was doing very well. I just lost interest in it. And I was like, why is it failing? Because I wasn't giving it my all anymore. That just means it's not for me. And it's your triggering point for people to realize, you know, if it's coming natural, more of it's going to come natural. You don't have to worry. You just got to keep doing it.
Absolutely. You know, it's honing those skills not to be distracted, honing those skills to be focused as much as possible. You know, we can't be focused 100% of the time. You know, maybe certain people can. I certainly can't do that. No, I know you can, Jerry. You are. We call you focused.
No,
when you're
because
not around.
I can't hear the outside. I got nothing bothering me. I got nothing. My daughter, nothing's going in, nothing's coming out. I mean, I got nothing to worry about. No, that's good. Go ahead. I interrupted again.
No, well, with that skill, you could start watching network news again.
I can
You
listen.
couldn't hear it.
I mean, they're so advanced now. I can listen to YouTube. It's just nonstop. I love it. I can listen to my seminars and everything else. But yeah, you're right. It's a daily practice, and you know, we talk about, you know, wake up passionate, and everything is a daily practice. And if people will give it their all, I mean, they're gonna transform the new thoughts just by practicing and honing the skills. But you got to have an intention. You got to have something you're shooting for. And a lot of people don't know what they're shooting for because they've been bombarded with all these things about life. I mean, that's why transformation is so hard for people because, I mean, there's so many opportunities, so many choices every day to be and do all these different things. But if people would just literally stop the world, like you said, let it flow, let your passions flow, let your feelings flow, and your creativity. If you got to do it alone, fine, do it alone. But just be yourself and watch how the world's going to mold around what you're sending out in your thoughts emotionally, not passive thoughts from the outside.
Well, yeah, and everybody, you know, Jerry and I have the passion, but it's still a baby step process for us.
Oh,
I mean,
every day.
it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, regroup and keep doing it. But see, that's part of the passion. And this is an art form. It actually is. And some days are going to be better than others. But having the right mindset, eliminating as many distractions as possible are going to make it easier for you.
Yeah, here I am, 785 videos on YouTube. I've done this for years. Just done it. I mean, I've told you, I'm not crazy about all the extra advertising. I'm just doing it, and I'm letting my world evolve from that. And in doing so, you've given me opportunities. And I mean, you go from 20 views one week a year or two ago up to 15,000. I mean, just by doing what you love. The world is starting to mold around what you're thinking. Not that people are getting it, but people are attracted to it. You keep doing that every day, and people got to be patient. I mean, transformation, you got to have patience for that. You keep doing that every day, you're going to attract that, what you are. And you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, evolving, honing your skills, following through every day. That's why goal setting is so important, because it gives you a direction, a starting point, an intention. A lot of people, once you finally realize, like me, I'm going to be a messenger to inspire people. You're going to be a messenger in all your product. And that's our intention. However way it evolves, it's evolving, and we've seen it in our own work over the past couple of years.
Well, we have, and we are developing our own audiences and our collective audiences, and they have an interest in what we're doing and trying to accomplish, and some of them are of like minds, and that's fulfilling in itself.
Oh God, and we're doing it our way,
right?
Which is most important. People have to understand that if you start doing and conforming to the outside world, not that it doesn't feel good, you're only going to hurt yourself in the long run. Stick to your guns, stick to your beliefs, stick to who you are, and you're going to attract it. Whatever it is, love, success, money, whatever it might be. You stick to that intention every day and give it 100%. You're not denied nothing that you don't first deny yourself. But it takes an effort, a cognitive effort every day, using this frontal lobe, this little 10% of the meatball, to constantly think about it, start feeling it, acting upon it, and you're going to start creating it.
Well, you are, and people need to understand. There's that feedback. People need to understand that we're not compromising our integrity in what we're doing.
Oh,
and that's fulfilling in itself.
But we're not politicians.
No.
Red flag, YouTube, red flag.
Yeah, 2 meatballs in every pot.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but that's what makes it. I think that's what gives the show some integrity. At least it's honest.
Yes.
People out there may not agree with what we're saying, but at least we're being true to ourselves and honest with each other.
Oh, I love it. I love it because people indeed have a choice, and I love the fact that you and I and probably millions of people have their own little podcasts, and it's free expression. This is why we came here, to express ourselves and to create a life. We're not here to go to work, eat, sleep, go to bed, go to work, eat, sleep, go to bed. We're here to express ourselves. How you want to express yourself is completely and utterly up to you. You want to conform to a 9 to 5? God bless you. If that's your life of how you want it set up, you and I are trailblazers in our own mindset because we want to express ourselves. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that in life. Don't let anyone ever tell you can't be something in life. But you just keep moving forward with the fortitude to do it every day, because if you believe in your intention, it's going to come. I mean, you're not denied. You don't have to worry about that. But you got to keep doing it. Got to keep giving it 100%. Yeah, certain days you might not feel up to it. We talked about this before on your show. But if you just do what comes naturally, and stop trying to be something that you're not.
Right. Like meatballs, and we certainly are meatballs. And if you don't believe us, ask Jerry's mom.
Ask my mom, man. She knows, and she's a big fan of your show. She loves finding out. He put you on another show. I said, yeah, we're 2 meatballs in a pot now instead of 1. Awesome.
And we love your mom. So
yes,
Jerry, I think we've put this one in the books, so to speak.
Yeah, it was very, very simple tonight, and people just have to grasp hold of what's tugging at them. There's something pulling at you. It's pulling you. It's telling you something. Like I didn't listen to my ears, man, for a couple, 3 years, so my body went like this. Is there? Wait, listen. It was telling me for the longest time. Your heart is telling you something. It's telling you that you had this something. When you start realizing that something, you're going to start creating that something.
Well, and everybody needs to recognize that now, Jerry, after it's been published, he can watch it with captions and know what he said.
Yes.
Know what I said.
Yes. The closed caption is in big fonts on my TV. Big fonts. I can't watch a show anymore. I just read about them. That's all going to change.
That might have been your first indicator.
No wonder I miss half the movie. I'm always reading about him. I don't see nothing. Okay. All right, brother.
All right. Hey, everybody. This has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you Meatball Perspectives. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links provided in this video is read more. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.